Harry, I only came to view the property. I haven't got all morning. I've got to get to work.
Don't worry, we'll get the boys to open it for you. We'll get them to get their heavy old sledgehammers onto it, and we'll get it opened.
Sledgehammers? So you can't get in the back door, Frank?
No, it's an 8-wood opening door.
So you've got to get inside to get out?
Yes.
My dream location turns out to be a subterranean bunker hidden beneath a wooded hillside 3/4 of a mile from the centre of Henley. Have I bitten off more than I can chew?
What made you want to take on a property like this?
Well, a project like this, it's always a good challenge. It's good fun.
Wouldn't you sooner just be selling a house?
Oh no, that's a bit dull really. You meet far more interesting people with properties like this.
3 interested parties are scheduled for a guided tour of this top-secret site, which is being opened to cameras for the first time since 1938. At least, we hope they can find a way in. If they can, we have a maze of big old tunnels and a number of unforeseen hazards to negotiate.
We won't need breathing apparatus in there, but we will need torches and helmets and face masks.
What under earth went on here? We'll be right back.
To my delayed inspection of the Remenham bunker. The good news is they've managed to find a way in. The bad news is that vandals have stripped out all the electrics, and we've got to explore 16,000 square feet with a torch.
Before we do that, the world's most enthusiastic estate agent took me on an abbreviated overland tour. The remains of a post-war propeller factory left an incongruous industrial stain on these Chiltern beechwoods, alongside some of the most sought-after real estate in England.
Tony, this is the former canteen when it was an industrial site. As you can see, stunning building, built in the 1950s, got the original windows here.
And it seems to be open, doesn't it?
And it's open, yeah, absolutely. You can
More open than usual, probably.
Yeah, we can grab a quick bite of breakfast here. You know, gorgeous round windows, features on either end.
Make a nice summer house.
Lovely summer.
Now, it's very odd that the ministry should buy back its former plant from the aircraft makers in 1983. Officially, Remenham became a Territorial Army training centre, but in reality it was Defence HQ for the Midlands and the South East.
So that was top secret. So the
Yeah.
TA story was just a cover.
It was, yes. Yeah, that's right.
So we don't know what they were doing here, really, over the last 10 years or so.
Not a lot, really, no.
But you can bet your life that a lot of the planning for the Falklands campaign and the Gulf War went on beneath our feet.
Just a ticket, Tony, just a ticket, yeah.
And a lovely garden.
Oh, look at it, it's nearly already there, isn't it? Look at that. Gorgeous. Imagine the butterflies in the summer. Beautiful.
So if you can't get in the tradesman's entrance, go straight to the front door.
All visitors enter the site at their own risk. There are certain hazards which include slip and trip hazards, falling hazards, asbestos, broken glass and tiles, uncovered manholes and pits and disused oil tanks and excavations. So be a little bit careful as you go around there.
Nice hallway. Plenty of room. Was it a bit hazardous getting in this way?
Well, I had to find that out first, because I was worried what was behind the door whilst I was cutting, you see.
What were you worried about exactly? What could have been there?
Well, in case there was petrol or even ammunition or anything like that.
Explosives?
You know, anything.
Sign there and put your name in capitals, and then sign the one underneath.
Not so sure this was a good idea, you know.
Keep your voices normally, don't shout. If you hear a shout, it's in an emergency. Would you please come back to the exit?
I've heard of a cure for halitosis, but this seems a bit extreme.
They've just been a bit of gentle shoring up here.
Gentle shoring up?
Yeah.
You've got to limbo your way through.
Lost in fidelity, we've never said a word. So black and white, you see.
We've sent out about, I think, 400 sets of details. It's been unbelievable. And those information packs that we do, I think I sent out 30 or 40 of those to interested parties.
Still work.
It was last fully operative back in 1985. That was at the end of the Cold War when the headquarters South East District closed down.
So as soon as we shook hands with Moscow, this place closed.
Well, it was used for one or two things after that, but basically, yes.
Hounslow?
Is that Hounslow?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Newbury?
Newbury, yeah. And there's an interesting artefact there. Genuine article, an old 1950s telephone. You can sell that for a fortune in an antique shop nowadays, you think?
So you're seriously thinking of buying this site?
We are indeed, yeah.
What are you going to do with it?
We're going to use it as an underground archive store.
For what sort of
For
things?
document storage, for people's business records.
And would you consider building a dwelling on the top?
Not directly above it, but on the rest of the site, yeah. We're looking
You
at
plan to do that, would you?
developing the rest of the site to offset the cost of buying the whole land and the bunker. Yeah.
Well, I hope you enjoyed your little tour.
Yeah, thank you very much, Harry. I'm most impressed.
Yeah.
To be honest, I'm going off the idea of living here, though.
A lot of people ask me, say, what's your price? My official line is I don't go with an official guide price, but we anticipate anything between, don't laugh when I say this, $500,000 and $1 million.
If you don't want to store documents, the bunker would make a heck of a wine cellar, or a garage for classic cars, or a mushroom farm. But there's one thing I should point out. A 700-page report details levels of contamination bequeathed by the propeller manufacturers.
That's when the main contamination happened, because that was a metal plating process, so you have got cadmium and mercury and things like that.
Arsenic?
Yeah, there is some arsenic down there, yeah, but it's not much. I mean, in the tunnels, I've been down there and they were drilling to test everything. There's 2 meters cubed of dust. Now, 2 meters cubed over 16,000 square feet is not actually a major problem.
Did you say cadmium?
Cadmium, yeah.
That's radioactive, isn't it?
Well, I don't know. You will. Now, the idea of this contract, Bob, is so that you'll be able to change the contract right over.
You'll find contact details for people and places featured in this week's programme on Carlton Plus Text, page 619.